Get your photography question answered on my Photography Explained podcast. Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Rick McEvoy, and on this sunny Friday afternoon, I just want to tell you all about my photography podcast. Well, why not? What is my podcast all about? Well, it's called the Photography Explained podcast, and in it I explain photography things. Well, you'd expect so, wouldn't you? This is photography stuff explained in plain English in less than 10 minutes-ish, and I say ish, without the irrelevant details. That's what my podcast is all about. It's all my own words, it's all done by me and no one else. I'm all things at the Photography Explained podcast, and you are very welcome to join me. In fact, you're invited to join me, so please do. So, what do I talk about on my podcast? Well, obviously it's photography stuff. Let's give you some examples. This week, photo editing for beginners. Where do I start? ? 9 things to help you. Okay, that's the kind of thing. I take something like, where do you start with editing? There's so many things, there's so many variables, so much stuff out there. And I just break these things down and I explain them in less than 10 minutes. It's normally 12 minutes to be honest with you, but I'm still, 10 sounds better than 12, doesn't it? And that's what I did when I started. Next week, when I say next week, the next episode will be published on Tuesday of next week. And that is called, What Do I Need for Editing Photos? This is what you need and no more, really. What I'm telling you there is exactly what you need for editing photos. There's a million things you could have, but I'll tell you what you need. And every episode is based on what I do and what I know and what I have learned. So it's me sharing my experiences of well over 30 years of a love of photography, okay? So what else have I covered? Episode 1, what is photography to me? Now, it started off as being titled, What is Photography? To which the answer is, photography is drawing with light. Let's not forget that photography is drawing with light. Photography is not buying endless gear. It's not reading all the technical reviews of all the lenses and deciding this one's best and then doing nothing with it. Photography is drawing with light. Photography is getting out, taking photos, creating new things. So what is photography became what is photography to me. It seemed like the right place to start, and well, I'm happy with that. What else have I covered? Well, what is the exposure triangle? Horrible term, exposure triangle. What does it mean? Well, I went early on that one in episode 5, which with hindsight was a bit of a mistake. So in the later episode, I had another go at it and I made a much better job second time around. Another one which I'd like to point out is, what camera should I buy? There's a million cameras. Well, there's not a million cameras. Well, there might be a million cameras. I don't know. I've never counted them all. There's a lot of cameras. There's a lot of choice. It's very confusing. I tell you what camera you should buy. Well, all right, I don't. I tell you what you need to know to help you to choose the right camera for you. I don't say buy a Canon XYZ, a Nikon XYZ, Sony, Fuji, Olympus, other camera manufacturers are available. No, but I give you things to think about, and the relevant things. Again, it's not just bombarding you with stuff. Each episode, and I have got a script for this video, would you believe, but there's something I want to say here. When I say in less than 10 minutes, each episode is as long as the script that I write. I don't make it 10 minutes, I make it fit answering the question I'm trying to answer, okay? So it's 10 minutes. If it's 8, it's 8. If it's 12, it's 12. If it's 15, it's 15. The point is I'm answering the question to help you. And in every episode, and that's why I'm here now, I ask you for your questions. And as I say, that's why I'm talking to you right now. So if you want me to explain one photographic thing, send me a question. Sorry, questions. You're not restricted to one question, and not on my podcast. Oh no. And I've had a couple of listeners' questions which have been brilliant to answer. They've made such a difference to what I've been talking about. And let's be honest with you, it saves me coming up with the questions myself, so it helps me as well, and it gives you something. And when I answer your question, you get a shout out or shout outs on that podcast, and that's nice too, isn't it? So how do you do that? Just head over to the Photography Explained podcast website, photographyexplainedpodcast.com. I know, how do I come up with this stuff? And there you can find out how to ask me a question, and you can also see the episode list, all the stuff I'm going to cover. You can read the scripts if you want. There's all sorts of good stuff on there. And again, the website is made, created and run and everything by me. It's just me, nobody else. So please give me some help. Go and visit it, have a listen. You might even enjoy it. And it's not too serious. I don't take this too seriously because I enjoy telling you this stuff, and I hope that you'll enjoy listening to it. You could also email me direct, sales@rickmcavoyphotography.com. And there's also my main website, rickmcavoyphotography.com. Check it all out, loads of good stuff on there. So wherever you are in the world, get in touch with me. It would be great to hear from you. And it would be even better if you send me a question that I can answer. So I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for watching. Take care. Stay safe. Cheers from me, Rick. And now the awkward pause while I try and stop the video without pressing the screen on my phone, because I've got this remote control thing, but every time I press it, nothing happens.